Lots to unpack in there. More things than a Cheesecake Factory menu, but I'll tell you that it's been a long strategy of the left to get more illegal aliens in this country and more, immigration generally so they can get more votes. So, yes, you are right that it's been a long strategy of the left. What is new is they've never been this upfront about their want for open borders. So that's where the about face has occurred. Now, when you talk about Obama being the deporter-in-chief, that is not accurate. What he basically did was turning people away at the border to pump up those numbers while interior removals went down. You weren't really getting removed from the interior if you were an illegal alien under Obama. He allowed the problem to fester, to grow, and, worked in collusion with these sanctuary cities and others to, cement some of the most awful problems in this country.
Oh, yeah, there is no magic wand. It's called letting the free markets work by actually lowering the burden of regulations, by allowing investors to keep more of what they earn and reinvest into the economy. That actually grows jobs. That's why we have unemployment rate lower than we have seen in most of our lifetimes. We have record low unemployment for minority groups. We have record high household income. It's because we're allowing the private sector to actually flourish on its own. It's not giving credit to any one president saying, I built that. We need to recognize it's the American people. They have built that, and as government simply finally getting out of the way to allow those animal spirits to flourish once again.
Look, these are all very excusable pardons and commutations in each case. The pardons or commutations were supported by many people, including in one of the cases, I think it's Judith Negron. She's such a model prisoner that even the warden of her prison supported the commutation of her sentence. So contrast this with some of the terrible pardons that prior presidents have made, like President Obama and Bill Clinton. And you can see that there was nothing unusual about this. I think this was very routine.
I think it's important for viewers to understand, we talk about the cost of these types of healthcare plans, $32 trillion. Well, what does that really mean? A Heritage Foundation analysis found that it would mean a 21% increase on the typical American household's payroll taxes. So that's on top of what Americans are already paying. And we have to ask, is that what Americans really want?
I think ruthless prioritization like that is helpful. And so in the past, the Army might have spread its seeds over a huge field and saw what grew. I think they have gotten past that. They know the future is fairly bleak in terms of increased funding, and so they're doing their best to fund their modernization priorities with the money they have.
But the data that we have coming in from our economy now is that we've got a record high household income and a record long stretch of economic growth. And this is following comprehensive tax reform and regulatory reform. I think Mayor Bloomberg last night in his exchange with Senator Sanders actually summed up some of the friction in the Democratic Party when he said, this is ridiculous. We're not going to toss out capitalism. We've tried that before. It's called communism. It didn't work.